Hey, as we move on to the next sport, which is near and dear to my heart, but not for my youngest. He is a diehard football fan, and that's what he wants to do when he grows up, and that is so awesome. He has so much to look forward to, but he also has a lot of growing, which is, that's the challenge in pretty much anything, because everyone can grow, but it really depends on how you grow and what you do while you're growing. Like, so little things, just, getting out there, putting up shots, or running, exercising at home, stretching, all of that stuff to be, proactive, will steer you in the right direction. So even if you're not playing the sports that you love, this other time gives you all of, pretty much all the time in the world to grow into that athlete you want to be. I think that things change, of course, like habits and things that you need to work on in general, because every sport's different. But there's always one thing that is always the same, and it's your mentality. It's where you're at and where you want to be. That's where you have to keep yourself. Example, you want to build a deck, you got to have a lot of things to build it with. So there's motivation to do it. Maybe you have to do it. I don't know, but at least you're doing something. You have an end goal for it. You know what you want to do. Now it's just pretty much putting it all together and doing it. And by the time you're done, you'll know how it looks, right? And everything that you did is your decision. Everything that happened was your fault or not your fault, right? That's pretty much life. It really is. You have a goal. You kind of have ideas. You don't always have all the solutions, because as you're growing, sometimes you take steps back and it doesn't hit you yet, right? Like, you're almost there, but not quite. There's something missing. I don't know what it is yet. And for me, that's kind of the same thing. Like, there's something missing. I have everything else, right? I mean, of course, there's a lot of negative things that go on in my life and everyone else's lives. But there's also that other side of you, hopefully, that still wants to grow and still wants to be something, or do something. So you always have to have that in your brain and be mentally prepared to pretty much go through all the ups and downs, not just some of them, all of them. I think, at least when I was a kid growing up, it was a lot harder because you didn't have the technology, and everything was trial and error. Like, literally everything was trial and error. Of course, as you get older, you've already learned a lot of the things that you either didn't do so well in, but you learned, right? Now, when you have that information as you get older, it becomes a little bit easier to navigate in life. as long as you take all the core principles of, what you do as in a life, as in a job, or how you live your life, however that is, you take all of that. But then you still also have your goal. So that's how you have to navigate it. Everything else around you is still going to happen. You really can only control certain things in your life. So those certain things are the things you really need to focus on. And if you have an end goal, somewhere in between all of that is where it's going to come in. Like me, I make these videos. Might not be, informative for a lot of people. It might not do anything for anyone. But for me, I feel like giving my opinion or saying what I think, just because of the experiences that I've been through, I think it might help. Maybe it won't help you now. Maybe it won't help you in 10 years. Maybe it won't help you at all, period. Maybe it helps someone you know. That's why I do this. Because not all of it's going to work for me. There's always going to be that one thing that's going to be missing until I find it. So I got to keep working at it. I got to keep coming on here or stream on my weekends or make little videos of things that I'm doing, or build another computer, whatever the case may be. But I need to be able to mentally prepare myself to always do it, because if I don't, it kind of slips away. And you know this. You all know this. If you're doing something all the time and then you just stop doing it and you just do it sporadically, it doesn't become a habit. It doesn't become something that you were used to. And it feels good, kind of like exercising, right? Once you start doing it and you've done it for a long time, even though you might not feel well, but once you start doing it, it could loosen up things. It could make you feel better. And, it can create a better atmosphere, or, one of your best days in life, just because you went out and worked out. Simple things. Navigation through life is super hard, but once you have that direction, it really isn't hard. Really. Like, I had kids. The kids are doing whatever they're doing, right? I still have my life. I still have to work. I still have to do everything that I do. But I make sure that my kids don't have to worry about a lot of things. And it's not things that, it's a detriment to them when they get older and need to learn it. They learn it. But I don't want them to have to worry about, monetary things or things that they need for school, or just basic things. So I still got to be me, right? I still got to do my duty as a person, because I love my kids and I love myself enough to care about everything that I do. So I need to make sure that everything that I do reflects on them also. So it's kind of vice versa with them too. Anything that they do does reflect on me, because it does show, what happens and how they're learning. That makes a big difference, especially as, they get adults. Like, I have 2 adults now. I have 1 kid left, and what those 2 adults do in their lives is totally up to them. But they've already made their decisions in life. And as long as they're happy, I'm happy. As long as they stay true to themselves, they'll find what they're looking for. I hope you do too. Yeah. Have a great weekend. Peace out.